So apparently, some guy came up with a new dating concept called financial celibacy. And he says he's financially celibate, saving his money for marriage. Been a while since I did the door close thing. But let's talk about it. So I'm pretty sure what he's trying to say is that, I don't know if he meaning all of his money, but basically the dude is saying like he's saving his money for marriage. So I'm guessing during the whole dating phase and all that stuff, either he's not using any money at all or he's keeping a very, very short budget on how much he's doing for any woman during that time. I don't think this is a bad thing. This is definitely going to put a whole lot of like people in a pressure way like, oh, why would you do that? And then the question comes up, oh, why would you do that? I think this brings up a lot of questions for people, and I really think that the conversation might not be healthy. Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of women who think this is fucking stupid. And there's going to be a lot of us men looking at them like, why is it stupid? You see how the conversation asks questions and it just keeps going and keep going and keep going? But let's talk about it, though. I need some people to chime in. What you think about this?
Hey, fellas. I don't know if you heard, but for 2026, the one thing we're going to do is we're going to start practicing financial celibacy. Yes, that's right. I don't know if you've seen the trend. It's all about financial celibacy now, So for 2026, that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice financial celibacy. We are saving our wallets for marriage.
Financial celibacy, it's the new thing that these young men are focusing on when it comes to dating. And as Unc, I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. We always hear women say, my body, my choice. Rightfully so. But as a man, you should be able to say, my wallet, my choice. Side note, you should also care about your body as a man. Don't just go around and sleep with anybody. Have respect for yourself as well. Now back to what I was saying. Your money's a part of your value. As a man, you had to get up and go earn that money. Get to know the woman that you're talking to before you decide to spend money on her. A lot of women hate to have conversations with you before you take them on a date. And it's not that they're worried about whether or not they're going to like you. They're worried about whether or not you're going to like them when you get to know them. Get to know her for who she is, beyond just what she looks like. Because sometimes that's the trick that gets you caught up. You're so caught up in how good she looks that you don't even take the time to get to know her as a person to see if you like her or not.
When women say, my body, my choice, that's about autonomy, consent, boundaries, and all that. So when men say, my wallet, my choice, I understand the instinct. It's like, hey, I should also be able to decide what I give access to. That part makes sense. But here's where I start squinting a little. Because my body, my choice usually comes from a place of protection. My wallet, my choice sometimes sounds like, yeah, y'all not getting nothing from me. Are we actually setting boundaries, or are we just beefing with women as a concept? Because those two are very different vibes.
So now the term of the day floating on the internet is financial celibacy. And basically the definition is going around saying pretty much, I'm going to hold back on how I spend on you until marriage, or to whatever way you're holding back how you give me access to you as a woman. And I look at it like this. If you're saying that you're celibate until marriage and he's saying that he's financially celibate until marriage, that's equality to me. Because why would I be giving you all of my resources on the front end in hopes that we'll reach some type of mutual understanding on the back end? Because that doesn't guarantee me anything. And I'm not saying that a woman should have to do something that she don't want to do because the man is saying that he's not going to pay. But why should a man have to pay what he doesn't want to pay if he's not guaranteed that the relationship is going to be whatever it's going to be? It makes sense. Now, I always say that if a man asks a woman out, he should pay for dinner. However, he should also be the one deciding what that dinner is, how much he wants to spend, and the woman doesn't have any say as far as how he spends his money. She can decide whether she wants to go or not, but that's as far as she can go. As it pertains to the financial celibacy part, men should already be doing that. Like, I've been doing that, and men should have been doing that as far as not spending their whole finances on women that they don't know rock with them. Because the truth of the matter is, women that really rock with men will spend their money on those men while they rock with men. And so if you're a man and you're not sure about how she feels about you, you should already be financially celibate, because you should be pulling back what you offer the most as far as what they want the most until they're offering something to you that you see as valuable on your end. Money is always going to be a complex situation to talk about because everything costs something. But at the same time, when you're trying to decide who's responsible for paying that cost, the discussions have to be had, because women float around life expecting everybody to take care of them, especially men. And if men are saying, I don't think that it's worth it for me to invest this much before I understand whether you think I'm worth it, I agree with that. But I say this all the time. You have to decide whether or not you're invested all the way before getting to this point. It shouldn't be a question of whether or not you should save money or spend money, because you should already know if this person is giving you what you feel is worth making those decisions for. Women have all the time in the world to wait you out and see what you're about, but you also have to do the same thing and vet them the same way. And I think a lot of men are afraid to do that because they're so scared of not getting women that they're willing to play all their cards up front, and then when they don't get what they want, they get upset. So if you're thinking about the term financial celibacy, I understand it. It's what every man should have been doing regardless. I'm not saying that you should not spend any money on a woman, but it should always be your choice. It should always be your decision of what you decide to provide for a woman, because that's your provisions. She shouldn't be deciding what you're providing. However, if you feel like she's not providing you with what you think is necessary in order to gain those provisions, then you have every right to pull back as well. Women gatekeep their body just like men should gatekeep their wallet, and I don't think anybody should have a problem with that. Financial celibacy is just equality in my end.
Okay, so I just heard about the men being financially celibate, and it's like, you don't have to announce anything, right? You could just do what you want to do and then give women the option of proceeding to move forward with you or not. I think it's just really interesting, because the problem that you men are not understanding is that you're not likable, you're not engaging. Going out with you is like, it's an unpleasant experience most of the time. You don't know how to engage in meaningful conversation. And that's cool. That's why they say most women, I think they said like 70 or 80% of women don't want to date. Like, yeah, sir, trust me, nobody's going out with you for free food. You guys have told yourself that for so long that you actually believe it's true. It's a waste of my time as an adult woman to go out with somebody that I'm not genuinely interested in for free food. Food, what? The bill is going to be 70, 80 bucks. I would rather pay for, it's like the 50-50 thing. I'd rather pay for everything and be left alone. So if you feel like the weight of patriarchy is too heavy for you now that the economy is economying, like, yeah, you shouldn't be dating at all. Just like give it up. Like some of these men are saying, go patronize your local 304. It's less expensive. You don't have to do mental gymnastics. You don't have to make think pieces about it. You could have sex and move on. To say, oh, I'm going to be financially celibate, and like, sir, you look at the anger in your voice. You sound angry. You sound angry that now that men have made it their mission to be protectors and providers, when we hold you to that standard, it's a problem now because the economy's not good, or you're not making enough money to make that a viable option for you to date multiple women. Just leave us alone. That's it. Leave us alone. Okay, bye.
Women have been talking about sexual celibacy forever. This is nothing new. Not sleeping with someone until marriage or until they feel emotionally safe. Society mostly understands that as self-respect. So on paper, financial celibacy looks similar. No access until commitment and no benefits without intention. Cool. Sexual celibacy is usually about safety. Financial celibacy, at least how it's trending online, feels a lot more like strategy. One is like, I'm protecting myself, and the other is like, let's see how long you stick around. And again, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying the energy is completely different.
All right, it's a dude on here that made a video. He said, hey, ask your chick or your girlfriend or wife for $50 right now just to see what she say. Because you'll cough up $50 easy without even asking what it's for. But will she do the same? He basically said it's just a test. Like, it's just a test to see what she'll do. And y'all are making videos getting mad about it. That's something valid to do. That is something very valid to do. I remember a few months ago, Aaron the plumber said, your girl won't buy you a cheeseburger before she gives you some pussy. They would give you pussy before they'll buy you a cheeseburger. Because the cheeseburger has more value than her pussy. And it's the same thing like how women treat us. Like, they'll say, oh, well, if he's not spending money on us, I can't smash him. You feel me? Basically what it is like, will she care for you or even care to reciprocate sometimes? Like, a girl will smash you and give you pussy all day, but could she spot you on a haircut? Could she pay for a haircut? Like, does she like you like that? Like, a girl that likes you will spend money on you. No doubt about it.
I'm financially celibate.
Oh, wow. You're financially celibate.
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody. So when it comes to intimacy, obviously you told me that you're celibate, right? You're waiting until marriage.
Yes, I'm abstinent.
You're abstinent. Okay. So what's the difference?
So celibacy is when you don't plan on ever having sex. Abstinence is when you are waiting until marriage to have sex.
Okay. Because, I'm financially celibate.
Oh, wow. You're financially celibate.
I'm waiting until marriage until I spend on somebody.
That's your preference?
Well, yeah, do you think that works?
For you?
Like, if you're abstinent, but I'm over here just spending and is literally just trying to, woo you, try to pursue you, you get the security and then we get your body.
So a man courting a woman, a man taking a woman on a date, is not a transaction for sex. That's new age prostitution. I believe that a man should court a woman, and if it costs you a date, if it costs you an experience, that's just what it costs.
Do you truly believe that you'll be able to find a man that is not only financially secure, but actually makes more money than you?
I don't believe I have to find a man for anything. I believe he will find me.
So do you believe that the man would be able to find you when it comes to that financial security? Because, you a boss at the end of the day. So it's like, to be able to maybe try to have that man to find you at such a rate who you are so successful, that can be a little bit sometimes not problematic, but that can be a challenge.
Yes, it's a challenge, but that's not a challenge for me. That's something that God is going to do. God is going to provide. God is going to arrange that, because that's how it works. I don't have to worry about it because I know that God knows how faithful I am. He knows the plan he has for my life and the man that he has for me. And I don't believe in looking for a man. I don't believe in searching for a man. I fully believe that whoever knows that they need me in their life, they will find me.
But is there going to be ever a chance where later on in life where you may even want to date somebody who makes less than you? Or that's just that's a non-negotiable?
I don't mind dating a man that makes less than me because it's not really about the number for real. And I do believe in traditional marriage to where we will have a bank account together. So it doesn't really matter to me. As long as you're financially stable and can take care of yourself, then everything will be okay. And I know that we are growing together at the same pace, or, just actively growing.
If we're being real, a lot of this doesn't sound like confidence. It sounds like fear with the podcast mic. Fear of being used and the fear of picking the wrong person, or the fear of paying for dinner and getting ghosted. And listen, that's valid. Dating right now is a complete mess. But here's the part that cracks me up. Marriage doesn't magically fix trust issues. If you're scared to buy appetizers now, wait until you see joint bank accounts. Money doesn't create trust. Trust creates healthy money conversations. You simply can't spreadsheet your way into a healthy relationship. It doesn't exist.
Ladies, if a man says he's financially celibate, how would you take that? Because to me, off rip, it sounds funny, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Because we all know in the dating world, a woman bases her worth for a man on how much he may really like her based off of sexual attraction. And a woman might go out with a guy and be like, you know what? I wonder if this guy really likes me, or does he just want to sleep with me? So she's not going to sleep with him at first, so she could try to gauge whether or not he really likes her or not. A man, his value is based off of his financial situation. So he could be like, you know what? Does this woman really like me? Is she jacking, or does she only like me for my money? Or is she only trying to go out on dates because she knows she's going to get a free dinner or drinks or whatever, but it's not going to go anywhere past that. So until I can figure that out, I'm financially celibate. But imagine that though. You're on like your third date and the man's like, yo, you know what? This is going really well. You're cool. I like you. But, you know, I'm still a little bit uncomfortable. I'm still trying to figure out where this might go. So until then, I pay my half of the meal. You pay yours. Like, that does sound wild, but it does make sense. And again, just so we're clear, I don't condone this. I think if a man asks a woman out, he should be paying the bill. But as far as understanding, it does sound funny, but there is some truth to it, and it does hold a little bit of water. But what do y'all think? You feel me?
So men are now practicing financial celibacy. Yo, that's the funniest term I didn't heard going into 2026. That's a good way to end the year off, man. Financial celibacy. That's hilarious. Here's the thing though, right? You shouldn't, like, okay, let's just say I'm gonna hold off until I know she's for me. How you know she ain't just gonna wait? See, that's why I'm happy I'm from the Bay, bro. Because I seen this pimp culture. So it's like, I grew up dudes getting money out of women. So as I get older, it just don't really make sense for me to spend a lot of money on women, right? Or on dating. Because it's like, no matter how much money you spend, nigga, it's not about money. If she don't like you, she don't like you, bro. And niggas be trying to pay their way into a girl liking them, bro. Like, people be trying to like, oh, she's just playing hard to get. If you don't realize that hard to get shit is not, bro. Even when I was in high school, middle school, I didn't like that hard to get shit. I never played that game ever. I always went with the girl that liked me. So if you don't go with the person that likes you, you're gonna have to compensate. That's why you gotta bust your wallet open, bro. Like, I'm not saying if we walk into a smoothie spot, okay, I'll get you a smoothie. But the next time, I'ma look. You feel me? And smoothie is the most I would do. I'm not paying for no meal, only drinks and coffees. That's the only thing I ever pay for is drinks and smoothies. Just that basic ground level of boom. Just because at heart I am a gentleman, right? But you gotta kill that shit. Because here's the thing too, right? A girl will spend money on you. So I like buying the coffee when she was already gonna pay, when she didn't ask, I'm like, you know, let me get it. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, that's her playing the game too. But here's the thing though, right, bro? It should always be an equal exchange of energy, vice versa. So whatever they own, give them the same energy that they give you. You over here trying to be thoughtful and all this shit. They're not thoughtful. They don't go, if you die today.
So is financial celibacy really just the male version of sexual celibacy? Or is it something else entirely? Is it discipline and self-respect? Or is it low-key trauma with the rebrand? And at what point does protecting your wallet turn into avoiding intimacy altogether? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. I really am curious of what you guys think about this new trend. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.